Welcome to this solution video of Wassce 2022 that was held in September. If you like this video, please share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. The question 1. I have typed it myself because the quality of the question from the internet was not that good. So this question says, solve 3 to the power x plus 243 3 to the power minus x minus 36 equal to 0. Whenever you have such a situation that you have same base with same exponent, not same exponent but with an opposite of an exponent, we can say here, because this is positive x, this is negative x, assume it as some alphabet. So let's assume that 3 to the power x is equal to t. So now we can write that t plus 243 t to the power minus 1 minus 36 equal to 0, or t plus 243 over t. Yeah, to make it positive, we make it a denominator, 36 equal to 0. Now we will multiply the whole equation by t to get rid of this denominator t. So t multiplied by t will be t square. This t and this t will cancel out. That was the purpose. Let me write it later. 243 here. And minus 36 will come before that. Minus 36 t. 36 times t equal to 0. And we got our quadratic equation that we can solve. I'll use the factoring method for this. So t minus 27t minus 9t plus 243 equal to 0. So I factored 243 into two parts and broke that 36 into those two parts, those two factors of 243. So we get here t, it was square, minus 27 minus 9. So we get two answers, t minus 9 and t minus 27 is equal to 0. But t was not t, t was this. That's what we'll do now. 3 to the power x equal to 9, that is the one we get from here. If we make t minus 9 equal to 0, t will be 9. Similarly here t will be 27, and these two we will use here. 3 to the power x is 27. And we can see that 3 to the power x is 3 square, so x is equal to 2 in this case. Similarly, 3 to the power x is 3 cube here, x is 3. These are the two solutions of the questions. Let's go to the question number 2. A binary operation, inverted delta, is defined by this, where PQ are real numbers. Evaluate to that symbol 3/5. So we will just use this one. So it will be 2 square minus 3/5 square over 4. That's it. So what will that be? 4 minus 9 over 25 over 4. I'm not writing over 4. Let's avoid this. Let's write it divided by 4. Yeah. Now this does not have a 25 denominator, so I'll create 25 denominator with this and multiply also by 25. So it becomes 25 times 4, 100 over 9, no, 25. Minus 9 over 25 in a bracket. And this division I'll convert to multiply, and when we convert a division to multiply, the number after that is reciprocated, and reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. So let's finish it here. 100 minus 9 is 91 over 25 times 1/4. So that will be 91 over 100. That is the answer. Second, if x operation 6 is 3/1/4, find the value of x. So again we will use the same, x square minus 6 square over 4 is equal to 3/1/4. Let's change it to improper fraction. That will be 4 times 3, 12 plus 1, 13 over 4. So x square minus 36 equal to 13. X square equal to 36. Yeah, positive 36, right? This is negative 36. It goes to the other side. It becomes positive 36 and 13 was already there. So x square equal to 36 plus 39, which is 40. 36 plus 13 is 49. So if we square root both sides, x will be equal to plus or minus 7. They said p and q are real numbers and they have not given any thing for x. That means plus and minus both answer will be accepted. Okay. What about the question number 3? This is question number 3. Given that 2 tan 15 and 1 plus tan square 15 is sine 30, find tan 15. Even though you could have used your calculator for this, right? Just put tan 15 and you get your answer. But because it's an independent full question, you need to use the relationship, the identity they have given here. Sine 30, according to your calculator, you'll find that it is equal to half. So right side is half. Now we'll write, let's assume tan 15 equal to an alphabet, let's say k. So 2k over 1 plus k square, right? And we'll just find k. Cross multiply please. Here it will become 1 plus k square on right side and this will be 4k. Let's collect everything to the right side. So k square first, then minus 4k plus 1. Now factoring will not help in this, so what will we do? We'll use the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. We could have used our calculator also, but they have given here clearly the third form and we have to earn the marks, not just give the answer. So let's do it here. This is a1, minus 4 is b and plus 1 is c. And this is what we're going to use here. So minus 4 plus minus square root minus 4 square minus 4 times a c over 2a. So it is minus 4 plus minus 16 minus 4. Yeah, over 2. So what does this give us? Minus 4 plus minus square root 12 over 2. Square root 12 can be broken into square root 4 times square root 3. And square root 4 is 2. Yeah? So let's rewrite this as minus 4 plus minus 2 square root 3. Because this became 2 and then we have square root 3, 2 square root 3 over 2. Now we can see that this is even, this is even, this is even. So let's cancel out the things by taking 2 out of this. So let's take minus 2 out. Will it change it? No. So 2 and minus plus minus will become now minus plus square root 3 only, because 2 is taken common. Why did I do that? So that this 2 and this 2 get cancelled out. Okay. And now only negative is left. Okay, so that negative, taking that negative common did not help. We'll have to bring it again here, so it will become minus 2 plus minus again square root 3. That is the solution of this one. Okay, moving on to question number 4. A body of mass 5 kg is suspended by inextensible string from point O. Okay, so this is point O. From here a body of 5 kg is suspended and it is pulled by a horizontal force of F Newton until the angle of inclination of the string to the vertical is 30 degree. That means this is pulled to the right side, so it will be now something like this, 5 kg. All right, and the angle of inclination with vertical is 30 degree. Okay. Calculate correct to one decimal place the tension in the string. This tension. So let me redraw this. Only this I will draw. So the mass of this is 5 kg. So the weight will become 50 Newton downwards. There is a force, they said, which is pulling it to the one side by F Newton, and we have to find the tension in the string. All right. So this is the point of action. Let's complete the free body diagram. There will be a component of tension, this tension here, which will be, this is 30 degree here. That means this will also be 30 degree. So wherever we have angle, that becomes the cos component. It will be T cos 30. And there will be a component in this direction also, which will be T sine 30. So we have components on both directions of the tension force. Anything else? Nothing else. Okay. They're asking us to find tension. We can see that the vertical forces are balanced and these are also balanced because it is stationary. It is not hanging and shaking like this. So we can say in vertical direction. T cos 30 is the only force upwards, right? T cos 30 is equal to 50 newtons downwards, right? So now we will write T will be 50 divided by cos 30 degrees. By the time I find my solution with the help of calculator, I would request you to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I think I'm the first person to solve this whole paper at once here. And the answer I got here was 57.735. But they're saying we want only one decimal place, so 57.7 newtons is the next one. Next part, obviously they will be asking value of F because it was also unknown, right? For this, we will compare the horizontal components. So we can say here that T sine 30 to the left will be equal to F to the right. T we got just now 57.735. I will use the whole number, okay, as close as I can get. So T is whatever it is, I will use on sine 30 is half. I'll just multiply my previous answer by half. So we get 28.867, which I will write as 28.9 newtons. Okay, what about next? The position vectors P, Q, R and S are these. I hope you understand what are position vectors. They are with reference to origin, right? So this is origin, and I draw up to point P. Oh, they are vectors. So point is not P, it is a P vector. This is minus 2i plus 3j. This vector is minus 2i 3j. Similarly, we'll have Q, and then we'll have R somewhere. I'm just randomly drawing them. It's not necessary that they are like this. Okay. R and S, this is S, okay, respectively. Calculate correct to the nearest degree angle PSQ. PSQ, this one. Okay, so let me draw that with this one. P to S and S to Q. This angle we have to find. Okay, so for that we should know, because it is, just keep in mind, angle is always found tail to tail. That means if we are finding this angle, the tails must be here for both the lines. So first, basically they are saying SP is the first vector and SQ will be the second vector between which we have to find the angles. So let's find SP first. SP will be OP because head is here. The position vector of P minus position vector of S. And we have position vector of P is this minus 2i plus 3j minus OS, and S is the last one, 3i. Okay, so it will be minus 2i minus 3i minus 5i plus 3j. This is the vector SP. Now second was SQ. It will be OQ minus OS, head minus tail. OQ, second one, 3i plus 4j. 3i plus 4j minus 3i. So 3i minus 3i will be 0, so it will be just 4j. Now we have to find angle. Angle between two vectors tail to tail is cos inverse, in this case, because they are SP and SQ, so I will write SP vector dot SQ vector divided by the magnitude of SP and SQ. That's what we'll do. So let's find SP dot SQ. They are individual vectors, so let me not write one arrow. Okay, so SP, let me write in column notation. SP was minus 5 and 3. I am preferring this because I don't want to confuse with I and J. They are unit vectors. They can be ignored in column notation. And 4j, 0 and 4j, right? So the dot product will be minus 5 times 0, 0, 3 times 4, 12. 12. 12 is SP dot SQ. Now we have to find the magnitude of SP, which will be square root, SP is the first, this one, minus 5 square plus 3 square, and that comes out to be 25 plus 9, 34. SQ equal to square root 4 square only, so 4. So now we will find theta. Cos inverse 12 over 4 square root 34. Yeah, this is 4, this square root 34, this is what I did, and I will use my calculator again to find this. And I get 59.03, nearest degree, they say correct to the nearest degree, 59.03, so it will be 59 degrees. The next question I have already solved. I'll just explain this to you. The question was, the table shows the distribution of marks obtained by students. So this is the table. 4 students got 10 to 14 marks, 5 students got 15 to 19, and so on, out of 50, I suppose. Draw a histogram for the distribution. So what we did, the vertical axis was frequency and the horizontal one was the marks. Since the width of classes, can you see here, the 10 to 14 is 4, 15 to 19 is 4, 20 to 24 is 4. So all of them are having a width of 4, and even if we close the gap, 14.5 here and 19.5 here, it will become about 5. Yeah, that means that we can use frequency as vertical axis, right? Otherwise, if the class widths are different, then we use frequency density. That's why you can see that the width of all these columns are equal. And this is how the histogram will look like. Just use frequency as the vertical axis. Now, for the second part, they're asking use the histogram to estimate the model mark, not model class, model mark they're saying. So when they say model mark, that means they want 1 mark. And in this case, what do? This is the model class. Okay? This is the tallest tower in this graph. So we select that one and connect the corners of each top end to the top end of the neighboring one. They intersect here and we get a projection on the horizontal scale here, and according to this, 27 or 28 is the model mark. So we can say for this answer, Model mark, it's an estimate only because they're saying estimate or not find. So I will say it is 27.5 for me. Let's move on to the next question. Actually, this is question number 6. Two independent events x and y are such that px is m and py, they are independent events. They can happen independently. Their intersection means both of them are happening. So px intersection y, we also say it as probability of x and y, both of them are happening, will be px multiplied by py, right? And they have given their intersection is 3 over 20 is equal to m multiplied by m plus 1 over 5. Let's open this bracket first. 3 over 20 equal to m square plus 1 over 5 m. Let's get rid of the denominators by multiplying the whole equation by 20. So 20 and 20 cancel, just 3 on the left side. It will be 20m square plus 5 and 20 cancel, we'll be left with 4m here. And now it becomes a quadratic equation with these terms. Okay, and now we have to factor this, or factoring will help in this one. We will factor this. So 20 times 3 is 60, and I factor 60 as 10 and 6. Yes, so it can be 20m square plus 10m minus 6m minus 3. So what do we get? 10m common here, so 2m plus 1 minus 3, 2m plus 1. Okay, so what do we get to two factors as? 10m minus 3 and 2m plus 1 equal to 0. So this gives us 10m minus 3 equal to 0. 10m is 3, so m is 3 over 10. What about the second one? 2m plus 1 equal to 0, and 2m is equal to minus 1, and m will be negative half. However, px is m, that means probability of x is m. Probability cannot be a negative number. That means we have to reject this answer. This will not be the answer. Only 3 over 10 is the answer. Part B, use the value of m in 6a, which is this, to find px union y. X union y means this or this. Okay, means both of them included. Any one of them can happen. So we can write the formula for this will be like this. This is how we find union. So px is m we got 3 over 10. Py 3 over 10 plus 1 over 5 minus intersection was already given to us, which was 3 out of 20. Okay, so LCM is 20 again. So this will be times 2 times 2 6 plus 6 times 4 plus 4 minus 3, which will be 12 plus 4 16 minus 3 13 over 20. That is x union y. Question number 8, again the quality was not good, so I have typed myself the first part. Okay, fx is such that it is equal to, let me write it this way, x plus m over x minus 3, where m is a constant. Okay, find the value of m if f5 is 3 over 2. So f5, that means substitute x with 5. So 5 plus m over 5 minus 3 is 3 over 2. So 5 plus m over 2 equal to 3 over 2, and both of them have same denominator. We can cancel. Actually, we are multiplying the whole equation by 2. That's what it means. So m stays here, 3 minus 5, which is minus 2. The value of m is minus 2. Find the inverse of f. We have to find its inverse. Whenever we want to find inverse, always substitute this fx by y. So it becomes x minus 3. And now the inverse of this will be when x becomes y and y becomes x. And we have to isolate this y, that will be the inverse. So let's do cross multiply here. Xy minus 3x equal to y plus m is minus 2 now. So we can write minus 2. Okay. Now we have to isolate this y. So that means both the y's must be together. And others will be on the right side. So take a y common out of this. So y becomes 3x minus 2, which was on the right, divided by what was the coefficient of y? X minus 1. This is f inverse x. 3x minus 2 over x minus 1. Next, state the value of x for which the inverse is undefined. That's the question. It will be undefined if the denominator is 0, right? Anything, let's say 6 divided by 0. Is it possible? No, it is undefined. So that means x minus 1 has to be equal to 0, for which the function, inverse of the function will be undefined, and this is the answer. For x equal to 1, f inverse x is undefined. This concludes this part 1 of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like the video, click on that thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. And I will make many more videos like this for you. Thank you for your attention. Question 9. The second term of a GP is equal to 8th term of an AP. So let's write here the second term of GP will be AR 2 minus 1. Yeah, that's how we write second term, AR n minus 1, which is equal to the 8th term of arithmetic progression. So let's call it A1 is the first term of GP, and A2 is the first term of AP. So it is 8th term, 8 plus 7d, n minus 1d. That's the equation. The first term, common difference and common ratio are all equal. Alright, okay. That means A1 is same as A2 is same as R is same as D. The first terms, common difference and common ratio all are equal. Find the sum of first 5 terms. What is S5 of GP? Alright, so this was the equation for us. Let's substitute everything by one alphabet, say A. Okay, so A times A to the power 2 minus 1 equal to A plus 7A. All of them are same. So A square equal to A plus 7A, 8A. Let's bring everything to the left side. Let's take A common here. A minus 8 equal to 0. So we get two answers. A is 0 or A is 8. It is not possible to have common difference, ratio, first term, everything 0. That will not become a sequence. So reject this answer. So A equal to 8 is the answer, and now they are asking the fifth term of GP. So in GP, S5 is A R to the power n minus 1 over R minus 1. So everything is 8. Let's put it here. 8 to the power 5. Fifth term, right? Out of 5 terms. Minus 1 over 8 minus 1. And just put this in a calculator. You'll get your answer. What I'm getting is 37,448. That is the sum of first 5 terms. B. The sum of first 11 terms of a linear sequence, which is AP again, is 165. Sum of first 11 terms. So we know that there is a formula for first 11 terms. So let me make some space for this here. S11 for AP will be 11 over 2. Let me write the formula here. Sn for AP is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. So this question has nothing to do with the first one, so that's why we'll start afresh. A, we don't know A, right? Right. Plus n minus 1, which is 10 d, is equal to 165. So let's simplify this. Multiply by 2 here, multiply by 2 here, both sides, so that this 2 goes. So 11 times 2a, 22a plus 110d is equal to 330. All of them are divisible by 11. So let's make it simple. 2a plus 10d equal to 30, and again it can be divisible by 2. We can make it simpler. A plus 5d is equal to 15. Okay, what about the second statement? Second statement says that the third term is 9. So A3 will be A first term plus n minus 1, 3 minus 1 d. So A, and it is equal to 9. So let's call it A only, A1 plus 2d equal to 9. And now we have this equation. Let's write it here. A plus 5d equal to 15. Let's subtract. This cancels. Minus 3d equal to minus 6. So d will be minus 6 divided by minus 3, which is 2. We got 2. First part is saying find common difference. We found common difference equal to 2. First term we have to find, so we can use any equation. Let me use this one. So A equal to 15 minus 5d according to this, and we know d now. So 15 minus 5 to 15 minus 10 is 5. This is A, this is D. We got both. What about the next one? Next one is expand this binomial expansion, okay? In ascending powers of x, wow, that means we have to write all 7. There are 6, exponent is 6, that means we'll get 7 terms. So we have to write all 7 terms. They have not given any specific name to or any limit. So let's do A here straight away. So binomial expansion is like this. Because it's ascending power of x, that means we should start with x to the power 0. So this term x will get a power 0, and for that reason we will write 6c0 in front of this. Because of binomial expansion, minus x will get 0. Whatever is the number here, that is the exponent we give. Half, and it will get all 6 exponents. This 0 plus 6 should be equal to this 6. Next term, 6c1 negative x to the power 1 half to the power 5 plus finished. So we got all of them here. Now we will expand them here. 6c0 is 1. Mine anything power 0 is also 1. So even if it is negative, we'll write 1. And half to the power 6 will be 1 over 64. Next, plus 6c1 is 6, and minus x to the power 1 will be minus x. 1 over 2 to the power 5 will be 1 over 32. Plus 6c2 15 minus x square will make it positive. This is not negative anymore, so x square only. 1 over 2 power 4 will be 1 over 16. This is the expansion in ascending powers of x. Now, B part says, using the result in this part, A, find the value of q, right? Q for which the coefficient of x square is 0, x square. So, if I expand this one, the later one, I will get these 7 terms, right? But these terms from here till here, they will never ever give me any x square because the other one does not have any negative power. So if I multiply x cube with anything there, we'll never get x square, right? So what will we do? We will ignore these 3 and I will write only the first 3 which have some scope of giving me an x square. So 1 plus qx is the first, and in second one I'm writing just 1 over 64 minus 3 over 16 x plus 15 over 16 x square, because only these 3 terms can give me x square. Now 1 multiplied by what here will give me x square? This, right? So I will write this 1 times 15 over 16 x square. Qx times this x will give me x square again. So plus qx times minus 3 over 16x will be x square. And 1 over 64 cannot give me x square because there is no x square in the left side. So these are the only one, and they should be equal to 0 x square. The coefficient of x square is 0. So what it gives me? 15 over 16 x square minus 3q over 16 x square equal to 0 x square. So all of them have x square. We can ignore x square. Let's divide all of them. That's why I'm ignoring it. So 15 minus 3q over 16 is equal to 0. 0 goes, multiplies 16 and 0 multiply by 0. So 15 minus 3q equal to 0, and we can complete it here. 3q equal to 15. Yeah. So q will be 15 divided by 3. 5. We found q. That was the requirement of part 1. Part 2. 0.45 power 6. We have to correct to 4 decimal figures. We have to find this 4 significant figures rather. Okay. So look at the question here. Let me write here. This question was half minus x. In place of half, can I write 0.5 minus x to the power 6? And I expanded it here, right? This whole thing. So if I want powers this 0.45 from this, can I write this as 0.5 minus 0.05 to the power 6, right? That means this x is 0.05. X is 0.05 in this equation if I compare with the original equation. Not equation, but the expansion. All right. So that means in this expansion which we had earlier in 10a, we'll just substitute x equal to 0.05 and we'll get it. So that was the first term. That's what we will do now. 1 over 64 minus 3 over 16, 0.05 plus 15 over 16, 0.05 square minus 5 over 2, 0.05 cube, 15 over, did I write 15 over 4? Yeah. 0.05 to the power 4 minus 3, 0.05 to the power 5, and then 0.05 to the power 6. Just put them very carefully in the calculator and you get your answer. What I'm getting here is 8.304, you can see. They're saying 4 significant figures, okay, times 10 to the power minus 3. This is scientific notation, which you can write as 0. There are 3 places to the left of this, so 008. That's 4 significant figures. The volume of spherical balloon increases at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. So increases means plus, and volume increases, so dV over dt, because it is per second, it is plus 8. That's what we can write. dV over dt is plus 8 because it is increasing. Find the rate at which surface area. So surface area, let's say area is dA over dt equal to what? When radius is 4. Okay. So there'll no direct relationship between volume and area. So let's connect them with the help of radius. So we know that the volume of sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cube. All right. So dV over dr, if I differentiate it with respect to r, will be 3 will come in front, so 3 times 4 over 3 pi, and r, its exponent will go down by 1. That's it. So we'll get 4 pi r square. Coincidentally, that is surface area, but no, don't mix up the two. I will divide up by time and down by dt. Right? We can divide both up and down, numerator and denominator, by the same thing. I have done that. dV over dt is given as 8. So 8 over dr dt is 4 pi, and r is 4. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So now we can cross multiply. This goes up, this comes down. 8 over 4, rather 16 times 4, 64 pi equal to dr over dt. And 8 and 64 cancel. It comes out to be 1 over 8 pi. But that was not our question. Our question was to find dA over dt. And for that, we'll repeat what we did here, but for area this time. Area, surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. dA over dt, dA over dr will be 2 times 4, 8 pi, and exponent of r goes down by 1. Now again we will do the same thing here. Divided by dt basically is chain rule. You might have learned that. dA over dt stays here, and dr over dt multiplies with this one. So it becomes 8 pi r multiplied by dr over dt. And dr over dt we got in first part 1 over 8 pi. So dA over dt equal to 8 pi r times 1 over 8 pi. 8 pi and 8 pi cancel, just r. So dA over dt equal to just r, and r is 4. 4, and surface area will go as centimeters square per second. This is the answer. Now B part. Find the gradient of the curve 3x square minus 4xy plus 3y square equal to 15 at 2 over 3. So when they say gradient of the curve, suppose this is the curve and we draw a tangent on this curve here, right? Whatever is the gradient of the curve at this point will be the gradient of this whole tangent, and which is equal to gradient of curve is same as gradient of tangent is same as dy over dx. So not directly but indirectly they're asking you to differentiate the equation of the curve with respect to x. But the problem is there is no y equal to something. It is 3x square and 3y square, so we will use implicit differentiation in this case with respect to x. So 3x square will be normally differentiated just like we did here. 2 times 3 is 6. The exponent goes down by 1. Minus x and y are multiplying, so we'll use product rule in this case. I hope you know the product rule. u v prime is u prime v plus u v prime, right? That's what we'll use here. So let's say that 4x is u and y is v. So first differentiate 4x. Minus 4 will be the differentiation of 4x and y remains y. Plus, not plus, minus again because it's minus 4x. U remains what it is, but we differentiate y with respect to x, which is dy over dx. Differentiation of y is actually 1. We are not writing 1, but dy over dx straight away. Plus 2 times 3 is 6y. Since we differentiated y again here, so we have to write dy over dx. Differentiation of 15 is 0. It's a constant. Yeah. Now we want dy over dx, so take dy over dx common here. Dy over dx, it will be minus 4x plus 6y. And these two I can take to the right side. It will become 4y minus 6x. Yeah. So dy over dx equal to 4y minus 6 divided by this minus 4x plus 6y, right? Now they have given us the point 2, 3. That means x is 2, y is 3, and that's what we will substitute. So dy over dx at 2, 3 will be 4 times 3. Y is 3, right? Minus 6 times 2 divided by minus 4 times 2 plus 6 times 3. 12 minus 12. Okay, 0. 6 times 2, 12, 4 times 3, 12. Yeah, 0. Oh, 0 is the answer. 0 divided by anything is 0. And this is 8 plus 2, 18. Okay, but doesn't matter because numerator is 0. It is 0. That means this is a turning point. Okay. Question number 12. The table shows a mark of a group of students. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students. X is mathematics, Y is English scores. Draw a scatter plot that I have already done. You can see here. Every point is there. 77, 82. 77, 82 will be this point here, this which you're seeing here. So all points are already done here. I have drawn the scatter plot already. Calculate x bar and y bar, means the mean of x and y. So x bar will be 77 plus 50 plus 71 plus 72 plus 81 plus 94 plus 96 plus 90 plus 67. Divide by, they are 9 in total. I get 77.6. Similarly, y will be 82 plus 66 plus 78 plus 34 plus 47 plus 85, 89, 99, 69 divided by 9. 72.1 almost. Okay. So they did better in mathematics than English on average. Done. B part also done. Draw a line of best fit passing through X bar, Y bar. And I have already drawn the point here. 77.6, 72.1 is this blue one. Okay. And that means I have to draw a line through this which is equally distant from almost all points, most of the points. This is the line of best fit. Determine an equation of the line of best fit. For finding the equation of line of best fit, let me take 2 points. Let's take this one. Here, this one is almost at the crossing, 85, 85. Yeah, this one. So, we know that equation of a line is y equal to mx plus c. So if I take this point 85, 85, it will be 85 equal to 85x plus c. Let me take one more point. And this time I will take this one. 60, 45 is almost here. Please keep in mind it's an estimate only, okay? It may not be accurate. So x is 60 and 60 and 45. So 45 equal to m60 plus c. And this is equation number 2. This is equation number 1. Let's put them one under another. So 45 equal to 60 m plus c and subtract. So this c and c will cancel. This is 40 equal to 25x. So x will be 40 divided by 25 and 8 over 5 or 1.6. This is the gradient of the line. Now we have to find c. C means the y-intercept, and we can see that this line, if I bring it down, it will be very negative y-intercept. So let's put this 1.6 in this equation as c. 45 equal to 1.6 times 60 plus c, 96. 45 minus 96 equal to c, c equal to negative 51. Okay, that is the equation now. Y equal to 1.6 x minus 51. This is the equation of line of best fit. If a student scored 92 in mathematics test, what would be his likely score in English test? So we can use graph or the equation. I think equation could be here or there, so let's use graph for better. 92 will be here somewhere, and if we go up, it will be about little above 95, 96. Yeah, let's say 96. So e power is 96 according to the graph we have. We could have used this particular equation also. Let's try that. Y equal to 1.6, 92 they're saying, minus 51. Let's put this in our calculator and see what answer do we get. I get 96.2. Okay, very close to this. That means our equation of line of best fit is good. Question 13. A panel of 6 members is to be formed from 5 doctors and 10 nurses. 5 doctors, 10 nurses. To include each profession, find, correct to 2 decimal places, the probability of selecting the members to include. Okay, since they're saying members, no doctor or nurse is above or below each other, so they have equal position. So total selections we will need for probability, total selections will be 15C6. We have to select 6 people out of 15 professionals, right? This is total. But they're asking probability of equal doctors and nurses. That means there will be 3 doctors and 3 nurses. So 3 doctors selected from 5 doctors, 3 nurses selected from 10 nurses, divided by total number of selections. This will give us the probability. I'll find the value of this together with others. Let's go to B. At most 2 nurses. At most 2 nurses, that means there has to be 0 nurses or 1 nurse or 2. We can't have more than 2 nurses. So if we are selecting 0 nurses from 10, that means we are selecting all 6 from doctors. But how is this possible? 5 doctors, all 6 doctors cannot take that place. That means this situation is invalid. What about the second one? 10C1, there are 1 nurse selected from 10 and there are 5 doctors selected from 5. This is possible. And this one, 10C2 multiplied by 5C4, that's what we need. And I will evaluate this as well. Divide by 15C6, right? Third, C part. More doctors than nurses. So let's say doctors and nurses. More doctors we want, yeah? So it can be that all 5 doctors are there, but there is only 1 nurse and we have more doctors than nurse. Then we have 4 doctors and 2 nurses, still number of doctors are more. Then 3 and 3. This doesn't work, they are equal. We want more doctors than nurses. That means these are the 2 situations only. So that's what we will do here. 5 doctors out of 5 and 1 nurse, or 4 doctors out of 5 and 2 nurses. Exactly same situation, if you can see. Yeah? Then 15C6, and we will get exactly same answer for B part and C part. Let me evaluate them. So A part is 240 over 1001, and this, since they are saying 2 decimal places, it will be 0.24. This comes out to be 47 over 1001. In 2 decimal places, it will be 0.05 and 0.05 here as well. That's the answer of this question. Number 14. Question is about vectors. The position vectors of W, X, Y, Z relative to origin O given by these. So let me visualize this. This is origin, suppose. So this is a W, okay. They're not of the scalar. Anyhow, I'm drawing them. X, Y, and let's put Z here. Okay. And they are given as O, W, O, X, and blah, blah. All of them are there, except for O, Y is N. Its Y component is N, and this is X component of OZ is M. Unit vector in the direction of WZ, WX rather, WX. So W starting with W going into X. This is vector, and we want only the unit vector, which is very small as compared to the whole vector. And for finding this, we write the magnitude of Wx, and we divide the vector Wx by its own magnitude. Basically 1 over magnitude Wx is equal to or multiplied by Wx. So let's find the magnitude of Wx. Okay, for that we should know the vector Wx first. Wx has a head on X and tail on W, so it will be Ox minus OW. Ox is given to us minus 1, 3, minus OW is given as 3 minus 2. So what do we get here? Minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. Minus 4, 5. So the magnitude of this vector Wx will be minus 4, square plus 5 square, which is 16, plus 25, 41, square root 41. So our unit vector will be 1 over square root 41 and negative 4, 5. Or you can write 1 over square root 41 inside as well, minus 4 over square root 41, 5 over square root 41. Okay. Value of n for which angle WOY is 90 degree. WOY, this angle is 90 degree. Means they are perpendicular. So the angle I'm showing here is obtuse angle. Actual is like this. WOY. Whenever two vectors are perpendicular, their dot products should be 0. So dot product of OW is 3 minus 2 dot, okay, OY is 4n, has to be equal to 0. So in dot product we multiply the x component with the x, which is 3 times 4, 12, minus 2n, y with y, equal to 0. So 12 equal to 2n, n becomes 12 over 2, which is 6. Got the value of n. Alright, next C part. Values of m for which the length WZ is square root 37. WZ, this one, is 37. Basically the magnitude of WZ is square root 37. So first find WZ just like this, what we did here. WZ will be OZ minus OW. OZ is how much? M minus 1. M minus 1 minus OW is 3 minus 2. So it comes out to M minus 3 and minus 1 plus 2, 1. So this becomes square root m minus 3 square plus 1 square. And we can cancel our square root from both sides by squaring both sides. So our equation becomes this one. 37 equal to, let's expand this bracket, m square plus 9 minus 6m and plus 1. Okay, so it becomes a quadratic equation. Let me bring 36 to the other side. M square minus 6m, 9 plus 1 is 10, and this 27 will come to the other side, becomes negative 37, so it will be negative 27. 10 minus 37, negative 27, and now we can just factor this to get answer. So m square minus 9 and 3. So it is m minus 9 plus 3, m minus 9. So m plus 3, m minus 9. This gives us m equal to minus 3. This gives us m equal to 9. And they said m and n are constants. And C part says values of m, not value. That means both of them are acceptable to us. These are the answers. Let's go to question number 15 and the final one. A stone is thrown vertically upwards from the top of a cliff. Okay, so this is the cliff. From this, it is thrown up 58 meters high. This vertical height is 58 meters with a velocity of 25 meters per second. 25 meters per second. Calculate the maximum height attained. So we know that it will go up and stop and then fall back, right? This is the maximum height where V is 0. Always at maximum height, whatever is thrown stops. So we know now u is 25 meters per second, v is 0 meters per second. It is being thrown up, so acceleration will be always downwards towards the center of the earth, minus 10 meters per second, and they have suggested also here. Okay, so we have to find s, and s will be this distance from the top of the cliff to the maximum height. So we can use v square equal to u square plus 2as. So 0 square equal to 25 square plus 2 times minus 10 s. Okay, this 25 square is 625, and if I bring it to the other side, it becomes 625 negative minus 20 s. Divide both sides by minus 20. This negative and negative cancel, and we get what? 31.25 meters. But that is this height. They're saying what is the maximum height? So this 58 has to be added. So maximum height will be 58 already there plus 31.25 comes out to be 89.25 meters. B part. A particle of mass 8 kg moving with a velocity 54 meter per second. So velocity vector is 54. Okay. Collides with another particle of mass 4 kg, that was 8 kg. M1 is 8 kg, V1 is 54, second one is 4 kg. Its velocity is 114. Okay. In the opposite direction, with the velocity this in opposite direction. This is strange because velocity itself contains the direction, but they're saying opposite direction. That means whatever is the magnitude, we have to make it negative to this one. All right. Let's use conservation of momentum in this case, which is m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equal to, since they are same body after collision, it will be like this. Okay, so m1 is 8, velocity v1 is 54 plus m2 is 4, but they're saying it is in opposite direction. Yeah, so we will write negative 4 here in place of, not mass cannot be negative, let's write inside negative in opposite direction. So minus 1 minus 14 equal to m1 plus m2, 8 plus 4. Let's say x and y are the components of the final velocity. Okay, so let's compare the x components only. So 8 times 5 is 40 minus 4 equal to 12 times x. So it is how much? 36 equal to 12x. X is 36 divided by 12, which is 3. So the x component of the final velocity is 3. Let's compare y's. 8 times 4 is 32. 40 times 4 is 56 equal to 12y minus how much? 24 equal to 12y. So y equal to minus 24 over 12, which is minus 2. So we get velocity v equal to 3 minus 2. They're asking what is the direction of this velocity in second part. So 3 is x positive, 1, 2, 3, here 3, and then minus 2. So this will be the direction of the final velocity. All right. So what can we do? Let's find this theta, which will be, let me find this here, tan theta will be 2 over 3. So theta will be tan inverse 2 over 3. It comes out to be 33.7 degrees, I can say, almost. Okay, so if this is north, okay, so we can see the bearing as this one. So the direction of final velocity is, in bearing we can write 90 plus 33.7, which is 123.7 degrees towards bearing 123.7 degrees. This is the final answer, and this concludes our exam. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click that thumbs up and share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. I'll be answering NOVDEC as well as next year on ongoing basis. Thank you very much for your attention.